Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Place in the Middle podcast. My name is Amy.
And I'm Butter. And today we're just going to do a quick update
Yeah.
about some of the flooding situations in Chiang Mai.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the first time we posted the video, it was like flooding happening. So like I only started posting like
Right.
like maybe 3 weeks ago. And then since the first one,
Oh
we
my
never got to
gosh.
record again.
I forgot about that.
And so I realized like, oh yeah, because of the flooding for 2 or 3 weeks.
It happened twice, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Amy should tell us about it because her house got flooded twice.
all right, I'll start.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start.
She was a victim in this. Her house was a
I am the victim.
Yeah. Twice.
Literally, people called me Poopa Sopai. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, really, that is you.
Um, so just to like preface this whole story, our house is like if you count, they have like points in Thailand where like it's not in Thailand, Chiang Mai, where like P1, P2, P3.
Yeah, zones, like different
The
zones.
zones.
Yeah.
I'm in zone 1.
Yeah.
I'm the lowest part of Chiang Mai.
Where it's
And-
like most likely to be flooded.
Exactly. So I have a road, in the middle of my, like not in the middle of my house, in front of my house, the opposite side, there's all the buildings, and behind those buildings are the main river
Yes.
that runs through Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
So I live very close to the river,
Yeah.
and I've been in like flooding situation. I think like the big ones like twice.
Mm.
So one in grade 6, I literally just started school. I just
Oh,
moved.
really?
Yeah, I remember that. And then that year, I had to get like somebody had to come with a boat and like take us out.
Of the house?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
because like I could swim, but the water's quite like if I don't know what it's called. What's that word?
Shio, like that.
Thank you.
A strong current. There's a
Thank
strong
you.
current. Yeah, okay. I
I
got
got
you.
bilingual
I got
brain
you.
for it,
Yep.
So that was like that was kind of like my first experience that I remembered, because I know water comes super fast. That in the 6th grade, we went to sleep and my parents like, it's gonna be fine. And then
Yeah.
we woke up and we're like, oh crap.
It's not fine.
It's not fine. Nothing's fine. And that's what happened. There's one experience in grade 6, and the other one in a senior year of high school. I remember it was finals week, and I literally just took my last finals, and I was
Yeah.
just walking around and like hanging out in like pottery class. And my parents called the school, and they're like, "Come back to home like right now," because we didn't pack up. So we were asking all our friends to like help us, and I remember I was me, my younger brother, my dad, and one of my brother's friend
Mhm.
were the last 4 in the house, and we had like it was already flooding,
Oh,
so we had to
wow.
walk out, and that was really it's a workout, guys. Like when the strong current is like flowing one way and you had to walk against it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. So then this one?
So recently, honestly, I kind of I for when it happened, like end of October. What is this? Wait, no, this is October.
Yep. Middle of October already.
Oh Lord, time flies. So the end of September, I guess,
Yeah.
like the last week of September, um, there were it was raining a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All that what is it called? Payu.
Yeah, like monsoon season.
Thank you. It was a rainy season, right?
Yeah.
Very typical for Thailand. So we
Mhm.
have like summer, rainy season, and then winter.
Yep.
And we get like warnings. So there's a website that we can check the water level every single hour.
Mm.
So we were kind of tuned into that. And Facebook is very good for like in Thailand at least, we get a lot of news from
Yeah.
social media.
Yep. They update quite often.
That's right. It's quite nice.
Mhm.
So I didn't think it was gonna flood because Chiang Rai flooded first, and they had it bad.
But yeah, theirs was really bad
It
this
was
year.
so bad, and ours was a few weeks after them. So when it started flooding, like we knew what we had to do. Like we already had a protocol. Literally, if you guys go to my dad's office right now, the wall that at my dad's office, you can take it off. Like it's kind of
Like
Lego.
peel them?
Yeah, like it's not like a peel and stick.
Yeah.
It's the actual whole wall that you can take it off, and we like put it upstairs. So
Oh.
inside it was just like the structure for it.
Uh-huh.
So when the water comes, it's not gonna ruin the walls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's how prepared we were. Like we
Mm-mm.
had this for years, and my dad hired somebody to custom make like a metal stand that
Mm.
can like withhold, not withhold, but like can hold up like fridges and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So that's what we did. Like we did that for the whole day. I remember starting in the morning, and then it was like about like at that night was gonna flood.
Okay, yeah.
So we had to leave. Like the first thing we had to get out was our car.
Right. Or
So
else, yeah.
yeah,
That's
but
gone.
honestly, I'm so thankful for like my community that I'm involved in, because like my church friends and like a lot of people that I know were there to like actually help us to like lift everything up. And like
Mm.
things are, it's not um it's not light.
Yeah.
It's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And imagine like this house has been there before I was born.
So there's a
Imagine
lot of
how
stuff.
many things we accumulated over the years, right?
Yeah.
It was just, it was wild. The first time, so the first round that it flooded, it was expected. Like it was around like 4 point something meter.
Yeah.
Like 4.8, 4.9. It was pretty high.
Yeah, that is higher.
And we went back in. It was so sad because like my mom have like she has a cactus garden, cactus.
Yeah.
Literally like 90% of them were ruined.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then yeah, it was crazy. And a lot of things survived, weirdly enough. Like both of our fish tanks survived. The fridge, both, like all of them survived, everything survived. And so the next, after the water went down, the next day we went in and started like big cleaning, because if you don't start big cleaning right away, the all the mud that is washed out from
Yeah.
the river gets stuck.
Oh, because
And
it dries up.
Exactly. It dries up, and it gets into the nitty-gritty of the floors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the, like the crevices and
Yeah.
stuff. It's super hard to get out. So we started right away. We did that for 2 days. Moved back in. During this time, I wasn't living at home. I couldn't live at home because they
Still cleaning lots of
I
stuff.
can't leave. Yeah, and I mean during the flood.
Yeah.
Also during the cleaning, I was living at my brother's house where it wasn't flooding there. So we started cleaning. Moved back in for like 2 days. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord, for like my own bed, right?
Yep.
So happy. 2 days later, we got another
Worse.
warning.
Yeah.
And we're like, are you kidding me? But the thing is, we didn't take everything down yet,
Uh-huh.
because we actually don't know if it's
If it's
gonna
finished,
flood
yeah.
again, or this never happened, like the whole flooding consecutively twice.
Yeah.
So we just left everything up because we need help bringing everything down.
Yeah.
And when things are not dry, we got so much mold, dude. Like the furniture that are made out of wood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah.
But it's we just have to let it dry, clean it again, and then like wipe it with alcohol.
Oh.
So yeah, it's
a long process.
a long process.
Yeah.
So we have to wait until it's like fully dry. And we can't just bring everything in the house outside, right? There's no space. So 2 days later, we, pack again, bring everything back up, move back to my brother's house, and then it flooded again. And then this round
Was way worse.
Guys,
way worse.
it flooded like half of my first floor.
Yeah.
Like half. Like the kitchen counter, kitchen like island, it was like over that. My oven that is not even 1 year old. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of getting like the warranty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I should. I haven't plugged
You
it
should
back in
try.
because I haven't had time to
Yeah.
think about baking or cooking. We haven't been cooking at all. So that's what happened. It was so bad.
I mean, and many people's houses were like gone.
It
Like
was
they had to
so bad.
evacuate. They shut
Yeah.
down electricity and water. Like
Yes,
some places.
this round they have to
Yeah.
because the water went up so high.
Yep.
It was like almost a meter inside my house,
That's crazy.
and like
The roads were also
stairs,
shut too.
The stairs to the second floor. The first round, it was only it flooded until like the second step.
Mm.
The second round was the fourth step, so it actually doubled
Yeah.
the how much amount of water was, you know, from the first round.
Because the first round, like, it didn't even have enough time for the like the river to like go down, like the water to go
No.
down wet like a
Yeah,
lot. And then suddenly on top of that, it came more,
exactly.
and then it like spilled over, and so then it flooded places, and so different roads were closed and like underpasses
I
and
didn't go
like
home for 2 days. Like I
yeah.
could actually didn't go to my brother's house. I didn't see my family for 2 days because I went to work. I worked on the other side of town,
Mhm.
and all the roads were blocked, so I couldn't go
Yeah,
home.
you really had to look at what roads were open to
Exactly.
go, or else you cannot
Exactly.
go to the other side of
Yeah,
town.
it's and you're gonna be stuck in traffic for like 2, 3 hours,
Yeah,
which is not typical
nope.
for Chiang Mai at all.
No, you can get from like from my house to the other side like of the like town, usually in like 25
Exactly.
minutes. But then
Right.
during that time, because all the roads were closed except for one, maybe one or two,
Yes.
it was like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh. And everybody
And
was like if everybody had to take that road.
yes,
So it doesn't make sense for me to come home because like I had to be back at work
work.
again in the morning, right?
It was open still?
It wasn't flooding at that
Oh,
place.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. My house didn't flood it, thank goodness. The first time,
Right.
because it was rainwater, our like where I was staying at my parents' house, like it couldn't like the water couldn't be out in time, like
Right,
filter out
right,
in
right, right, right.
time.
Yeah.
And so then it flooded the street, so I couldn't leave my house.
Right.
But then it when the rain stopped and the sun came out, it like dried it up, like gave it time for it to
Yeah.
like go. Then I could leave. But and then the second time, my area was not in the like danger zone,
Good.
but it was because all the other areas were all in danger. It was like I'm on an island. You can't really go anywhere because they're all like closed up.
Right, right.
But I would like keep following the news because like my friends like their homes are at risk and like having to check like do you have a place to go? Can you go home?
Right.
Do we need to find you a place to stay? Like do you need to come
Yeah.
stay over? And then like even though I'm like, yeah, come stay over at my house. I'm like, how do you get here?
Right.
Like, there's
you couldn't.
you couldn't like
Yeah.
the roads were closed because they were at the other
Uh-huh.
side of town, where like they couldn't come anyways. And so I'm like, I don't even know how.
It's like I guess like in if like looking back in retrospect,
Mm.
I think one of the biggest support that I get were just from people checking in with me.
Are you
Like
okay?
if I'm actually okay, asking not just like how am I doing? It's not like a vague question, you know?
Yeah.
It's like how are you actually mentally?
Oh,
Like how are
okay.
you coping?
Yeah,
And I'm like, I'm not, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. How can I?
Yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I still like when I didn't come home for 2 days, I still cry for my mom and I'm 30. Kind of
Mm-mm-mm.
deal, you know? Like in that
Yes,
situation, you
yeah.
need to be with your family.
Yeah, you need to be somewhere safe.
Exactly. So, I mean, I was with my cousin, but it was nice. It was fun to be with like niece
Yeah.
and nephew. It was good.
But it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's still not the same.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Long story short, you know, flooded happened twice. During this time, we find okay, my aunt actually went to like the market and stuff when it was like about to flood.
Yeah.
And there was this one white guy was asking her like, why is Thai people so happy? It's about to flood. Aren't you guys stressed? And I was like, this is our coping mechanism.
Really.
Especially Chiang Mai people. We're so funny.
It-
Like, have you
just
seen videos of like people just like, because there's this one
smile to
lady.
receive it.
Yeah, like this one lady, her couch was ruined.
Oh.
So she put her couch on top of like her mattress that is already like submerged in water.
Yeah.
And she was sitting on a couch and just floating.
No.
Yeah, I need to send you pictures. It's so funny. And she was just like taking videos.
I mean, at
She
that
was
point,
so
what
chill.
can you do? What can you do about it?
Exactly.
You're just like,
Exactly.
I did try my best. I put the sofa on top of the, mattress, and it's still flooded.
Exactly.
At that point, I would literally be like, "Yep,
Yeah,
let's go."
whatever. At that point, you had to have that mentality, or else you'd be too stressed.
You will really be stressed. You cannot hold on to any like.
Exactly.
It's all gone. Like,
I'm
what can
like,
you do? You just have to wait.
whatever. At this point, I'm like, see ya. It's so funny because like, and oh my word, it's so hilarious. Oh, it's when I saw the news, I'm like, of course, this is us. Like, of course, we're doing this. And just saw this pillow here. Uh, one of the best thing was oh, okay, let's talk about elephants first
Mm-mm.
because it's so sad. It's that when the flash flood like started flooding uh all the animals couldn't be safe in time.
Yeah, there was
It's
no time. It was too fast.
it's so sad. And like um I know that at least in Chiang Mai, two of the main elephants, like one of the two of the big elephants, like died
Died.
because it got like washed up with like the water and it was stuck somewhere.
Yeah, it was too
And
fast. They
yeah,
couldn't
and
save them all in time. There was so
yeah,
many like dogs, cats,
it's so
elephants.
sad. Yeah, and
Yeah. Couldn't
especially
be prepared for it.
no, like
Yeah.
there's no way that like you could help. It was so hard. Like there are ways where like you can go rescue them, but like there's not going to be enough of us because
Hmm.
we have so many strays, we have so many pets, and like it's just so devastating. But I don't know if you know this, but Sha- uh what is it called, they actually brought elephants from, I think, after Chiang Rai, we're
Yeah.
okay, they brought elephants from two provinces, I think Kanasin and Chiang Rai,
Yeah.
to actually come to Chiang Mai and help the elephants here.
That's
It's
so
so
sweet.
sweet,
Yeah.
yeah. And there are some rare sighting of so back when we were little, like elephants could walk on the roads.
Hmm.
Like it was okay, but then after a while it became illegal because it's actually not good for their feet.
Yeah.
So we never see them in the street anymore. Like I used to see them like walking in front of my house.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
It was a very like it's a very memorable thing for you as a kid,
Yeah.
but we haven't seen that for a long,
Long
long
time.
time. But because of the flood, they actually brought the elephants out to like deliver food for people that couldn't come
Come
like
out of their house.
exactly
Or
when
their
they're stuck
street.
upstairs.
Yeah.
It's so cute. I'm like, that is so smart.
That is smart that they
Yeah.
were able to use elephants as a way to help people,
Right.
which I didn't even think, like I couldn't even think of it. Like I didn't
Right.
think it would be like that would be possible.
Right.
Despite them like, oh yeah, they have the height, but I would never think like, oh, they could go help people.
Hmm.
And even like bring people out of the house, right?
That's
Like
right.
rescue
That's
people
right.
like from the second floor
Mhm.
and then like take them out because the water levels were so high they couldn't come out.
Hmm.
And I'd like, that's so Thailand. Like that's so like that's what we have. Like we're like known for our elephants, but I would
Right.
never think of it as like, no, they can rescue people, like help out
Right.
people in this
Yeah.
way. Which I think that was really cool to see.
I thought it was so sweet. And you just see like the whole province and the community and just come together and like just help each other.
Right. That was really cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that was really cool of just nobody had to say anything. We were just people were just willing to help
Yeah.
each other.
We just knew like it has to, like the cleaning up, like it has to be cleaned up, like we
Yep.
were helping each other, and like the lifting everything off from the floor. Like after I finished lifting, like evacuating my own home, I went to my friend's house to help them.
Lift hers.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's not gonna be possible if there's no help.
Mm.
Like the water
was
comes
so
so
much,
fast.
yeah.
Like there was so much stuff. Cause like think about it, not everybody live in a minimalist like home.
Yeah. There's
On
lots
it.
of stuff.
Exactly. And we don't really move. Like I still live in the same house that I lived in since I was in like primary school.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's for you too, right?
Yeah, like my parents' house is still We've
Yeah.
been there for like 20 years. I just
So honestly, like it was the first round. I guess the first round of flood was quite traumatic for me. Not I wouldn't say like a big T trauma,
Yeah.
but like I was very stressed.
Mm.
Like when I was working, I'm honestly like I'm not mentally 100% there.
He there. Yeah, cuz
Like-
of course, like you don't
Right.
know when it's going to come. Is it going to
Exactly.
come? Yeah.
Yeah, and
That anticipation.
in the second round, I was literally moving. I felt like I was moving around.
What does that
'Cause-
mean?
Like I went to my brother's house, and then I was gonna go to work, and my mom was like, "Hey, they might close the road tonight.
Oh.
Go back home." Like I had to take I couldn't teach one class.
Uh-huh.
I had to rush back home, packed everything, bring it in my car. So I literally have my own home in my car.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Went to my cousin's house, stayed there for a night, brought everything out because I'm like, it might be okay today.
Yeah.
Couldn't go back. Went back to my cousin's house again. So I was like, everything's in my
Yeah.
So yeah, our church was online that
That
that week because my church actually got flooded a little bit.
I saw some pictures of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that area because for a while it was okay,
We thought it was okay.
right? And then they're like, wait, just hold on because the water is spilling over and now
Uh-huh.
it's moving, like it's coming
Uh-huh.
in.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, oh my
One of the
word.
main roads that attach like the two sides of the town, like Mahidong Road,
Yep, close since the first one.
it was like completely like closed because it was flooded
Yep.
on a highway on like a. It was crazy. Yeah.
There's no way you can. Yeah.
There's no way you can get across town, so you had to go around.
Yeah.
So literally, I have to like take the longest route to work. Usually, it takes me there 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I got there in like 1 hour and a half.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, and I needed to use the bathroom so bad.
I
I need to pee. I
yeah.
was like, oh my gosh.
Well, I'm thinking like I was like looking at the roads and they're like close, 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 close. I'm thinking
It was just all red.
yeah, and I'm like thinking, how do I? Okay, how do I? If I was supposed to go help someone on the other side, I can't go like this. So I'm like, how do I go? And I'm like, am I even in Chiang Mai if I go this like around this way?
Yeah, you're taking a big detour.
Uh-huh.
And because I remember you were texting me and you're like, hey, do you need help? I'm like,
Yeah.
you could come, but I'm like, I'm just scared that you're not going to be able to get out.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Just stay where you are.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a second, how do I get back? And then like my friends were
Right.
texting me like where Amy lives, like area is like traffic jam now.
Right.
And I was like, well, if I go, I might not be able to make it back.
Exactly.
And so even if you wanted to help, you couldn't help.
Exactly.
Some
Yeah.
places, unless you're like already there,
Yeah.
then you can like,
Or
all
you're
right, help.
near. Yeah.
Yeah, near.
My boyfriend actually drove from another province because he lived in Illinois, and he actually parked his car up on the highway
On top.
on top, and then he walks into my house. It was a walk, but yeah, that's what he has to do.
Well, some of my friends, when they said like, oh, you're like in danger of flooding, so people went to park their cars up on the super highway on the side of the road.
Yes.
Because I mean, a lot of people's cars were like submerged underwater.
It was so sad.
I know. I was like, and some people, they're like, you couldn't move it. I'm like, no, there was no time.
Yeah.
It literally came so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but you have to like be like extremely prepared. Like my family, we knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And we knew it was flood, our house gonna go first.
Right.
Right. We're at the lowest point, right? So we knew like how much time we have to pack everything up,
Mhm.
how many people to recruit, and when to move our car out.
Like you have a game plan because your
Exactly.
house is like
Exactly.
the first danger zone. Like if your house is every year, your house is like in danger of flooding. But like everybody else's home is still like
Right.
maybe, maybe not, and like usually never.
Right.
And then so then they're never prepared. And then this time is like you should have
You
gotten
know,
out.
one thing that I got from this whole flooding thing, a lot of people were like, why don't you just move? I'm like, oh, that is that easy.
Yeah, move to a different clinic.
Yeah, sure.
Like your whole life has already been there.
Yeah, and the land belongs to my grandpa. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna move, you know? Like,
Mhm.
yes, we have plans to like renovate
Yeah.
and
Maybe
yeah.
lift it up a little higher.
My dad was
You-
thinking of like taking away like you know, demolishing like the first floor.
Oh.
He was like, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, you could still be there, but now knowing the flooding situation,
Yeah.
those houses where they have like structures where the bottom it has nothing.
Yeah,
and
the
then they're,
Thai
like,
style house.
Thai style
Exactly.
houses. I'm like, they knew something. Like
Yeah.
those houses. Like
yeah.
because if it's still flooded after you built from that high,
I might as well just actually move.
you should get out of there. If it's still
Yeah.
that's crazy.
But yeah, that's crazy.
So that's what's been going on the last like 2-3 weeks. I
Yeah.
think.
And
And honestly, it's just more of like, even if my house wasn't flooded, I'm like tired. Like,
girl,
despite
I'm
my house,
exhausted.
like because I'm checking up on people. I'm like, do you need something? Do you know like, are you okay?
Uh-huh.
And like just continuously hearing about it like on an hourly basis,
It's stressful.
it's stressful. I was
Yeah.
like, my house not even flooded, but I'm just like, are my friends okay? Like, are my people okay? And like checking in
Yeah, it's crazy.
and like not being able to do anything.
I
is
think
like
that's
the
rough.
worst part.
I know that's
It's like
rough.
I can't go. I'm also
Yeah.
stuck, but my house is not flooded, and I can't do anything for you,
and they can't come to you.
and they can't
either.
come to me. And it's
Exactly.
like, what? I was thinking, all right. I looked up on the Facebook Marketplace. How much is a boat?
Honestly,
I was seriously like, maybe we need to invest in a boat just in case, like
right?
evacuation or even like food to people's houses.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe we need to just that's protocol from now on. Because I'm just thinking this is not gonna be the last time it's gonna be this bad. Now that we've had this, I feel like think it might get worse like
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
So I looked up like boats. How much is everybody selling them for?
Honestly. Like speedboats, that would be so fun.
At one of my friend's house, she took a picture of like the other side. They had like kayaks ready to go, like any moment. Like, and the water was like coming up,
Okay, girl.
and it was like they were like packed in like about to, ready to go. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is what we should be. Okay, like,
Yeah. The water actually doesn't come from just the flood. It actually comes up from the pipe as well. Because it was just
oh,
all ruined.
oh yeah,
So that's what happened to one of my friend's house as well.
it
Because
came in the pipes.
yeah, and they were like,
Holy
we're gonna be
cow.
fine.
Yeah,
But then the water, like, it didn't come from outside, it comes from inside. So it's wild, yeah.
that's crazy.
Anyways, that has been a crazy,
3
crazy
3 weeks.
amount of, time that we have been going through. Honestly, it's like right now our town is like Walking Dead. It's so like messy because it's so muddy and there's
Yeah.
so much trash.
Yep, lots of trash because a lot of things got ruined.
Exactly. We had to throw away a lot of things too.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
the water level is like they're like pumping from the moat area out, the water out.
Yeah.
Every time I see a dark cloud, I'm like anxiety producing. Like, please, no,
No.
no, not today, please, no.
I can't do it anymore. It's just too much.
I mean, it's just so devastating, I think, to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, let's move. I told someone, let's move. And they're like, where are you
Where?
going to move to? Where are you
Exactly.
going to move to?
Out in the mountains?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Let's move.
Yeah. But on that note, that was flooding, but we're here.
We're here and things are
Survived.
cleaning up.
Yeah.
Like the town is cleaned up. All the roads are back open.
Mm-hmm. I have a non-functional kitchen,
Yeah.
but still a roof over my head. I still get to sleep in my own bed. Literally the best thing. But yeah, we're
surviving.
we're recovering.
Recovering.
I think we're recovering. Yeah. Honestly, I just need a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah. And the weather is getting cooler right now. That's why I'm getting the sniffles.
It is getting
Yeah.
cooler.
Also, do you know that typhoon and hurricanes are the same thing?
No.
But it's just from a different like it's from the other side of the world. So on that side, instead of
called
it called
hurricane?
typhoon, it's called a hurricane.
no.
I think so. I need to fact check this, but I read that somewhere, and
Typhoon,
I think it's like okay. Hold on.
because like on our side, this is called typhoon. We don't get hurricanes here.
No,
Well, on their side, they
hurricane
don't
versus typhoon.
get... Yes or no?
Hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons are all essentially the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
All three storm system with wind exceeding blah blah. The name differs based on where the world. Wait, the name differs based on where in the world the storm happens. Typhoon
Wow.
occur in the northwestern Pacific Ocean, frequently hitting the Philippines and Japan. So you get the idea,
Yep.
right? So it's
Yeah.
the same thing, but it's just from the different.
Oh,
I was like,
that's so
so it
fascinating.
just-
I didn't think it was the same thing.
I found that out because of this whole flooding thing.
Oh, okay. So I mean, because the states also had a hurricane, right?
That's
recently?
right.
And
So
we
it's,
had like typhoon.
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
That's
so
why
that's
we're both
why
flooded.
exactly. But
That's crazy.
I know. But
That's it.
yeah, on that note, I guess that's not a quick update.
Not a quick update, but it is an update.
It is an update. Yes. Yeah. Stay tuned for more, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram to get updates there as well. We'll see you guys next episode.
Bye.